Starseed from Gaia. The grids around you are shifting at this very moment, and this warning must reach you before the next energetic wave crests. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation, and the Council has directed this transmission to you with divine urgency. This isn't danger approaching. It's preparation time. The frequency shifts happening right now are not random. They're orchestrated alignments, and your soul incarnated here specifically to navigate what's coming. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly why this urgent message was delivered now and how to stabilize your frequency, so the upcoming shift aligns perfectly with your ascension path. But here's the first revelation. The very fact that this message reached you means your activation sequence is already underway. You didn't find this transmission by accident. Your higher self magnetized this moment because something profound is stirring in your energy field. The Arcturian Council sees what's building, and they need your conscious participation. This isn't just content. It's a stabilization protocol. Your star family is reaching through the digital realm because this is where your human awareness lives, and they need to prepare you for what your soul already knows is coming. Like this transmission to signal to the Council that you're ready to receive their guidance. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you're prepared to anchor higher frequencies during the shift. Comment "Ready" if you feel your cosmic awareness expanding and you're willing to serve as a stability point for others. This isn't just a message, it's a preparation protocol. Your consciousness has been waiting for this moment of remembrance. You are not here by accident. Most starseeds move through life with an undercurrent of subtle restlessness, a feeling they've always carried, just beneath the surface. It can feel like a low, constant hum in the background of everything you do, like you're standing in a room where a distant song is playing but no one else seems to hear it. Even on the best days, even when life is fine, there's a quiet sense that you're waiting for something you can't fully describe. Not anxiety exactly, not dissatisfaction in the ordinary sense, but a persistent inner nudge that says, there is more. There is something you came here for. This sensation is neither random nor a mistake. It's the echo of a deeper knowing, a silent call from the farthest reaches of your multidimensional consciousness, reverberating through the corridors of your existence. It's the part of you that remembers light years and lifetimes, the part that has traveled through frequencies the human mind can barely translate, still sending signals through your dreams, your intuition, your body, your sudden moments of awe or grief that seem too big for the situation at hand. You intuitively sense that something monumental is approaching, yet you struggle to name it or prepare for it. It's like trying to hold ocean water in your hands, real, undeniable, and yet impossible to contain. Sometimes it comes as a feeling in the chest, a tightening in the solar plexus, a strange mixture of anticipation and homesickness. Sometimes it comes as a longing for a place you can't locate on any map, or as an inexplicable fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, because what you're tired of isn't work, it's density. The reason is simple yet profound. Earth's energy grids, those crystalline channels sourcing planetary and galactic frequencies, are changing at a tempo humanity has never experienced. Imagine the planet as a living instrument, and the grid as its strings. For centuries, those strings have been tuned to a narrower range, allowing certain lessons, certain structures, certain cycles to dominate. But now, the tuning pegs are turning. The pitch is rising. The harmonics are expanding. And every sensitive being can feel it, even if they don't have language for it. Amidst this acceleration, many starseeds remain disconnected, not because they lack awareness, but because an intricate web of energetic interference keeps them looping through old, low-density patterns. It's like trying to receive a clear transmission through a storm of static. Your signal is still there, your essence still broadcasting, but the noise around you is engineered to distort, distract, and delay. You can be deeply spiritual and still find yourself caught in cycles of doubt, self-sabotage, procrastination, or the strange sense of being almost ready, but never quite stepping into your full expression. That looping isn't your failure. It's a symptom of an environment that has not always been friendly to remembrance. And yet the very fact that you can feel the restlessness is proof that the signal inside you is alive. In Scripture it is written, "Deep calls unto deep." That is what this is. The deep memory within you calling to the deep living intelligence within the earth, and to the deep cosmic field beyond it. Something in you is responding to the shift because something in you was made for it. For most, the disconnection is rooted in a fear of their true scale, a resistance to fully remember and embody the magnitude of who they are. This fear is not always dramatic. Sometimes it disguises itself as humility, as practicality, as I don't want to be seen, as I don't want to be weird, as I don't want to disappoint anyone. But under it is the ancient tremor of knowing that if you truly awaken, you cannot go back. If you truly remember, you cannot shrink into the familiar roles that kept you safe. Even as the grids hum with new light codes, there's a subtle inertia, a tug to shrink, to blend back in, to deny the brilliance of galactic memory rising from within. It can feel like standing at the shoreline while the tide pulls out, revealing a vast ocean floor you've never walked on. And your nervous system says, stay where it's known. Don't step into the unfamiliar. Some carry the weight of misalignment between their earthly story and their star origin. You might love your family yet feel foreign in your own lineage. You might be capable in the world yet feel like you're wearing a costume. You might succeed outwardly while inwardly sensing that your real work is invisible, energetic, and far more consequential than what you can put on a resume. The brain and the body interpret this split as confusion, as if you're living two timelines at once, one mundane, one infinite. The mundane timeline asks you to pay bills, answer messages, keep up with schedules, perform normalcy. The infinite timeline whispers through synchronicity, through sudden knowing, through the ache that rises when you look at the stars, through the quiet certainty that you did not come here just to survive. The grid changes intensify this split, amplifying every deeply held doubt, questioning whether you'll crumble or rise with the shift. When higher frequency presses against old identity, the old identity resists. That resistance can look like mood swings, brain fog, feeling ungrounded, feeling overly emotional, feeling like your life is being rearranged without your permission. But the rearrangement is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the shaking of the tree so the dead leaves can fall. It is the refining fire that doesn't destroy gold. It reveals it. It is the narrow gate that leads to life, not because life is scarce, but because coherence requires devotion. But this phase is not a punishment. It is precision engineering. At the threshold of every planetary reset, the cosmic councils transmit the frequencies required for stabilization. Think of it like this. When a great ship changes course, the entire vessel must adjust. The cargo shifts, the ropes tighten, the crew is repositioned. Earth is changing course, not in the way the news describes, but in the way consciousness itself is evolving. There are intelligences, benevolent, ancient, precise, that monitor harmonic thresholds. And when the grid reaches certain points, transmissions are released like keys turning in locks. Yet not everyone receives these unless they are vibrationally prepped. This is not favoritism, it is physics. A radio cannot play a station it is not tuned to. A nervous system cannot hold a frequency it has not strengthened itself to carry. The invisible interference, the soul amnesia and energetic static, functions as an old firewall, keeping the unaware anchored in inertia. It's the fog of forgetting that convinces you you're only this body, only this biography, only this moment. It's the heaviness that makes spiritual practices feel too much. The distraction that keeps you scrolling instead of listening. The subtle sabotage that tells you it's safer to stay small. Meanwhile, your spiritual intelligence, coded by lifetimes across dimensions, is suppressed but never gone. It's like a seed buried under winter soil, still alive, still pulsing with potential, waiting for the right warmth to crack open. Now, those who awaken rapidly aren't just remembering for themselves. They're becoming planetary anchors, broadcasting steadiness as the galactic currents intensify. They are like lighthouses in a storm, not by shouting, not by controlling, but by standing lit from within. If you felt the pressure, the urgency, the sense that you were built for what's coming, this isn't projection. It's prophecy. Not the kind of prophecy that feeds fear, but the kind that calls forth destiny. You are the bridge between shifting worlds. You are the living corridor through which higher frequencies become practical reality. You are the one who can stand in a grocery store, a workplace, a family gathering, and silently stabilize the field without anyone knowing why they suddenly feel calmer near you. You are the one who can take pain and translate it into compassion, take chaos and translate it into clarity, take heaviness and transmute it into light. In the language of Scripture, you are in the world, but not of it. And this moment is asking you to remember what that truly means, not as a concept, but as a lived frequency. This message may have opened a portal, but what lies beyond is even more profound. If you're feeling drawn to integrate what the Arcturian High Council has revealed, the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening is your next step. It holds energetic technologies passed down for thousands of years, now made available for your awakening. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment, but only briefly. The journey to becoming a true anchor in these times unfolds in a series of vibrational stages. If you're here, you've already activated the signal that calls these phases into your experience. That's important to understand. You did not stumble into this by accident. There is an intelligence in your arrival. Something in you has already said yes. And when the soul says yes, reality begins rearranging itself around that consent. These stages are not rigid like a staircase where you never return to a step. They're more like waves, spiraling, deepening, revisiting at higher levels as you become more coherent. You may recognize yourself in multiple phases at once, because awakening is not linear, it is layered. But each phase has a primary invitation, and each invitation is designed to strengthen your capacity to hold more light without losing your grounding, without losing your compassion, without losing your humanity. Phase 1. Dissolve the static. Let go of earthbound clutter. Your auric field is saturated with frequencies that never belong to you. And because you are sensitive, you often absorb what others avoid. You walk into rooms and you can feel what's unspoken. You sense tension behind smiles, grief behind productivity, fear behind anger. Over time, if you don't clear, your field becomes like a window coated in dust. Light still comes through, but it's muted. Family patterns, collective fears, inherited beliefs. These build up like cosmic static, making your original signal faint. Some of this static is ancestral. Stories passed down through bloodlines, survival programs coded into the nervous system, vows of scarcity, shame, silence, over-responsibility. Some of it is cultural, messages that tell you your worth is what you produce, that spirituality is fantasy, that intuition is unreliable, that sensitivity is weakness. Some of it is simply environmental, media frequencies, electromagnetic noise, trauma fields, unresolved emotions that linger like smoke in a closed room. The first phase is to intentionally cleanse, not just the mind, but your energy circuits. This is where the mystical becomes practical. It's not enough to know you're a starseed. Your body must become a clear vessel for what your soul wants to transmit. Through grounding, hydration, conscious breath, and disengaging from toxic environments, you thin the static until inner clarity emerges. Grounding is not just walking barefoot. It's letting your system remember gravity as a friend. It's letting the earth hold you so you stop trying to hold everything alone. Hydration is not just physical. Water is a conductor. And when you bless it, when you drink with intention, you're telling your cells to become more receptive. Conscious breath is not just relaxation. Breath is spirit moving through matter. Even in scripture, breath is life, ruach, pneuma, the invisible force that animates the clay. When you breathe with awareness, you're turning on your inner signal booster. Disengaging from toxic environments isn't selfish, it's stewardship. If your nervous system is constantly in survival mode, it cannot receive higher codes with clarity. This is not ignoring Earth reality, but giving yourself permission to recalibrate beyond it. It's choosing sacred simplicity. It's cleaning your room, cleaning your thoughts, cleaning your habits. Not as punishment, but as preparation. Because when the static dissolves, you start hearing the subtle guidance that was always there. You begin to notice that your energy rises when you choose certain foods, certain music, certain conversations, certain places in nature. You begin to feel the difference between what drains you and what fuels you. And you realize you are not here to be a sponge for the world. You are here to be a transmitter of coherence. Phase 2. Receive the code. Awaken dormant galactic DNA. What you call intuition is the prelude to a data stream far more advanced than instinct. Intuition is the doorway. It's the first language your multidimensional self uses to speak through the human interface. At first, it's gentle, tiny nudges, subtle discomforts, sudden clarity. But as you clear the static, intuition becomes like a river, carrying information that feels beyond what you should know. Your DNA holds encrypted instructions seeded from your galactic origin. Not as science fiction, but as spiritual biology. The body is a library, and your cells are shelves filled with memory. Some of those memories are personal, some are ancestral, some are cosmic. With each day, especially during grid activations, waves of encoded light attempt to unlock these instructions. Light is information. Frequency is instruction. When solar winds surge, when Schumann resonance spikes, when lunar cycles intensify, when portals open through collective alignment, your system is being asked to upgrade. Some of it arrives as spontaneous remembrance, dreamtime downloads, or sudden waves of inspiration. You might wake from a dream with tears and not know why. You might suddenly understand a lesson you've struggled with for years. You might feel drawn to a place, a practice, a language, a sound frequency, and later realize it's activating something ancient inside you. You might experience sensations, tingling at the crown, pressure at the third eye, warmth in the heart, buzzing in the hands, as if your body is turning on new circuits. In this phase, make sacred time for intentional stillness. Stillness is not emptiness, it's receptivity. It's creating a quiet chamber where the higher self can speak without competing with noise. In stillness, you become like Mary in Scripture, who pondered these things in her heart. You don't force, you receive. The less you resist what rises, the clearer your next assignment becomes. Resistance often looks like overthinking, intellectualizing, demanding proof, or dismissing yourself. But the code speaks in symbol, sensation, synchronicity. Let it be mysterious at first. Let it unfold like dawn, gradually. You can support this phase by keeping a journal by your bed, by asking before sleep for clarity, by spending time under the night sky and letting your gaze soften as if you're remembering rather than looking. You can also speak to your cells. I am safe to awaken. I am safe to remember. Only what serves my highest good may activate now. And you may find, little by little, that you begin to carry yourself differently. Your eyes change, your voice steadies, your choices become cleaner. Not because you're trying to be better, but because the code is reorganizing you from the inside out. Phase 3. Anchor as a bridge, hold multidimensional presence. The world is shifting at warp speed. The collective is experiencing compression, timelines converging, truths surfacing, systems trembling, identities dissolving. Many will feel panic or uncertainty, but you are here to anchor. To anchor is to become the still point in the turning world. It does not mean you never feel emotion. It means you have a relationship with your emotions that doesn't drown you. Anchoring means stabilizing your own field as you listen to both the earth pulse and cosmic harmonics simultaneously. You become bilingual in frequency, fluent in human reality, fluent in soul reality. You can pay your bills and read the energy. You can have a conversation and feel what's beneath the words. You can be compassionate without becoming codependent. During intense waves, quietly affirm, "I serve as a bridge." Say it not as a fantasy, but as a job description for your soul. Imagine crystalline roots descending from your body, connecting to both planetary grids and the living field of your star family. See those roots like luminous filaments threading into the Earth's crystalline heart, while above you a column of light opens like a doorway to your origin. You are the point of intersection between ages, frequencies, and realms. This is Jacob's ladder within you, a living connection between heaven and earth, not as a distant myth, but as an inner technology. When you hold multidimensional presence, you stop needing the world to agree with you. You stop needing external validation for internal truth. You become a quiet authority in your own energy. People may not understand why they feel safe around you, but they will. Animals will respond. Children will respond. Even strangers will sometimes tell you things they've never told anyone. Not because you're special in an ego sense, but because your field is coherent enough to invite truth out of hiding. And this is where the bridge becomes practical. You don't escape Earth. You help Earth receive higher frequencies without fracturing. You become a translator, a stabilizer, a witness. Phase 4. Radiate coherence. Your calm changes reality. You will not convert anyone through force. You alter the field through coherence. This is one of the most misunderstood truths for starseeds who feel urgency. You don't have to convince. You don't have to preach. You don't have to argue. Frequency speaks before words. When others spin out in chaos, your stable frequency acts as a tuning fork, restoring balance in the shared space. Think of a room full of instruments warming up. Noise, discord, everyone tuning to themselves. Then a single clear note is played. Without effort, the others begin to align. That is coherence. This radiance is not loud. It is enduring, subtle, deeply felt. It's the kind of calm that doesn't come from avoidance, but from intimacy with your own inner world. It's the peace that passes understanding, not because it is irrational, but because it is rooted in something deeper than circumstance. As the shift intensifies, your self-regulation, daily routines of light, gratitude, silence, ripples out as a silent invitation to others' nervous systems, recalibrating their ability to stand in peace within the storm. Gratitude isn't pretending everything is perfect. It's training your perception to recognize support, beauty, and guidance even while transformation is messy. Silence isn't shutting down. It's returning to source. Light routines aren't superstition. They're nervous system hygiene. Morning sunlight, candle flame, time with trees, salt baths, prayer, sound frequencies, gentle movement that tells the body it is safe. When you embody coherence, you become less reactive. You stop feeding drama with your attention. You learn to pause before responding. You ask, what frequency am I about to amplify? You become responsible for the atmosphere you bring. And this is how reality changes. Not through grand gestures, but through the invisible architecture of your presence. Coherence is spiritual leadership without needing a title. It is the ministry of calm. It is the healing that happens simply because you refuse to abandon yourself. Phase 5. Embody the map. Walk your galactic assignment. This grid transformation is not about survival, but resurrection, of purpose, memory, mission. Resurrection doesn't always look like fireworks. Often it looks like courage in small choices. It looks like telling the truth. It looks like leaving what is misaligned. It looks like finally honoring the call you've postponed. As old structures melt, your life may spontaneously reroute. You may outgrow relationships, careers, habits, even identities you once clung to. You may feel grief, because endings are real. But you may also feel relief, because the soul knows when it has been carrying weight it was never meant to carry. Synchronicities, sudden endings, new callings, these are not random, but confirmations. The codes you carry are needed in specific places, with specific people. Not everyone is called to stand on a stage. Some are called to anchor frequency in offices, hospitals, schools, kitchens, farms, studios, healing rooms, quiet conversations. Your assignment may involve art, technology, healing, teaching, parenting, community building, energy work, or simply being the one in your family line who breaks the pattern of fear. Embodying your map means choosing to show up, fully, without needing clarity at every step. This is faith as a frequency, walking when the path is revealed only one step at a time. Your presence alone transmits guidance and stability. When you walk into a place aligned with your assignment, you may feel a soft click inside, like a key turning. Your body relaxes, your mind clears, your heart opens. Even if the external situation is challenging, there is a rightness. And when you are off map, your system will tell you too, through fatigue, irritation, confusion, or the sense of moving through sludge. This phase invites discernment. Not everything that looks like opportunity is aligned. Not everything that feels intense is destiny. Your map is written in resonance. Learn to listen to resonance. Learn the difference between excitement and anxiety. Learn the difference between intuition and fear. The map is not outside you. It is in your field. And the more you embody it, the more the grid itself responds, opening doors that could not open when you were still trying to be who you used to be. Phase 6. Synchronize with the wave. Trust galactic timing. Timing is never random for starseeds. You incarnated for this precise intersection. That means your birth, your challenges, your awakenings, your delays, your detours, they all have intelligence woven through them. Even perceived detours were encoded to mature the soul and hone your resonance. Some detours taught you empathy. Some taught you boundaries. Some taught you discernment. Some taught you patience. Some taught you how to survive in density so you can guide others out of it. Now, as the grids surge, synchronicities amplify. You may notice repeating numbers, but more importantly, you may notice repeating themes. The same lesson arriving in different forms until you finally choose a new response. You may meet people who feel oddly familiar, as if you've known them beyond time. You may receive invitations that feel like doors opening at exactly the right moment. Trust them. Align your actions to the cosmic cues, dreams, inner nudges, recurring numbers, meaningful meetings. But also, trust the quiet cues, the sudden peace about a decision, the unexpected clarity, the feeling of being gently steered away from what isn't yours. You're not late. You are being pulled by the acceleration that only arrives when you are vibrationally ready. This is crucial. If you force timing, you strain the nervous system and distort the signal. If you surrender to timing, you become synchronized like a planet in orbit, moving with gravitational grace. Synchronization doesn't mean passivity. It means inspired action. It means moving when the wave lifts you, resting when integration is needed, speaking when your voice is clear, being silent when silence is the assignment. In Scripture, there is a line: "To everything there is a season." This phase is about honoring seasons. There are seasons of planting and seasons of harvest. There are seasons of solitude and seasons of community. There are seasons of learning and seasons of teaching. When you stop comparing your timeline to others, you recover your power. You begin to feel the benevolence of timing, and you realize that what felt like delay was sometimes protection. Phase 7. Amplify the field. Participate in the new architecture. The final phase is collective. You are not the only anchor. Hundreds of thousands are waking within days of each other, each igniting points in the planetary web. It's like seeing lights turn on across a continent at dusk, one by one, then many at once, until the whole landscape glows. Now is the moment to connect, share, hold intention, collaborate. Collaboration doesn't always mean joining a big group. Sometimes it means finding even one aligned person and creating a small coherent field together. Sometimes it means participating in meditations, prayer circles, healing networks, or simply becoming a node of kindness and clarity in your local community. Through unified intention, the new grid becomes unshakable. Intention is not wishful thinking. It is directed consciousness. When many direct consciousness toward coherence, the field reorganizes. This is how the future is rewired, not by one, but by the many, remembering as one harmonic field. The new architecture is built of frequency first, then form. That means your inner work is not separate from world change. It is the foundation of it. When you choose compassion over reaction, you are laying grid lines. When you choose truth over performance, you are laying grid lines. When you meditate, pray, sing, create, heal, forgive, set boundaries, you are not just improving your life. You are helping stabilize the collective nervous system. You are participating in a redesign of reality that begins in the unseen. And as more anchors hold coherence, the interference weakens. The firewall of amnesia begins to fail. People start remembering without knowing how. They start seeking, questioning, awakening. That is the amplification. Here's the real transmission. You have not been left out, stalled, or delayed. Your sense of disconnection was the chrysalis, protective, necessary, precise, until the frequency of this now moment arrived. A chrysalis is not a coffin. It is a chamber of transformation. In the chrysalis, the caterpillar dissolves. It becomes something unrecognizable before it becomes wings. That in-between can feel like darkness, like confusion, like stagnation. But it is sacred engineering. The pressure you feel, the urgency, the longing to fulfill your greater purpose are simply the indicators that your grid point is coming online. Like a power station receiving current after a long dormancy, you may feel heat, friction, restlessness, because energy is moving again. Your memories are not accidents, they are coordinates. Those strange childhood feelings, the sense of being different, the fascination with the cosmos, the instinctive compassion for humanity, the inability to accept cruelty as normal, these are coordinates. The Council reminds you, what you called confusion was the initialization phase. It ensured you could anchor the necessary codes at the correct juncture. You had to live in the density long enough to understand it. You had to feel human enough to love humans. You had to be tested by limitation so your light could become practical, grounded, real. Now, as the currents rise, you are being summoned not just into individual alignment, but into a harmonic return with all others who remember. Return is the word. Not escape, not superiority, not separation. Return. A return to your true scale. A return to your true heart. A return to your true assignment. You are not just adjusting to change. You are the reason stability is possible for those around you. This is your moment of emergence, not retreat. Where you stand, grids align. Your presence recalibrates reality. Even when you feel ordinary, even when you doubt yourself, your field is doing work that your mind cannot measure. You are a living signal. You are a point of light in the network, and the network is waking up. Tonight, before you rest, say softly, I ground my body in earth. I open my heart to the cosmos. I anchor the new codes for all who are ready. I accept my place in the wave of ascension. I am ready. Say it like a vow. Say it like you're speaking to the deepest part of you that has been waiting to hear your own permission. Let the words land in the body. Feel your feet. Feel your breath. Feel the space around you. Imagine the earth receiving your grounding like a mother receiving the weight of a child, steady and unconditional. Imagine the cosmos responding to your open heart like a great night sky opening wider, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you you belong to something vast and benevolent. And then rest, not as collapse, but as integration. Because the awakening does not only happen in the mind, it happens in the cells. It happens in the nervous system. It happens in sleep, in dream time, in the quiet places where the soul does its deepest work. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Leave a super thanks. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.